Ladies and gents, welcome to game number 1 in a best of 5 between Overtaken and Say My Name. If someone in my chat could so kindly do the hashtag match command, I can put their exact elos currently up on the screen here. But basically, both of these players are fantastic players. I would guess they're both around like 24, 2,500. It looks like Say My Name right now is actually 2,350. He has definitely been higher. And then Overtaken is 2,500 elo. So Overtaken, I did feel like was the favorite coming in here. But Say My Name has been around a very long time. He's been around 10 plus years. Always been seen as a high level player. And if you followed Say My Name's career, like he's gotten some interesting games. Anyone remember that crazy game he had against Viper in Titans League last year? He's been very close to even bigger results, I would say. That's another thing to explain about Say My Name. It is interesting. If you really want to dive deep, I'm pretty certain that Say My Name has really solid results against Viper, of all people. When we're talking about some of the biggest pros. So he's done some crazy things. Anyways, we've got the Portuguese for him. The map Golden Lakes is a combination of 4 lakes, but also Golden Pit. Only, I guess Golden Pit also has stone in the pit. There is no stone in the pit here. And the players will only have... Oh my god, what are these golds? Only have 6 tiles of gold to work with up on their hill. Man, I would be a bit frustrated seeing these gold positions if I were Say My Name. Money on the line, making it into the top 16 gives you, good opportunities to do crazy things in the main event. Say My Name's also misclicked. He's going to be housed. But yeah, those gold positions are not great for him, whereas for Overtaken on the other side... Backstone, safe gold's already walling up. So on 4 lakes, what you often see, or cross, depending on what version we're talking about, you see a lot of pond contest. Meaning players will make army to protect vills, bring vills, and try and dock the other ponds. And that could still happen here. But when I look at Overtaken's map, and I think about how some other players have played on this map recently... if you can wall up between woodlines, and the wall potential is very easy for Overtaken. It's actually my biggest issue with this map. This map was also, I think, in NAC qualifiers. And I also had the same issue with it. It's just like sometimes players could full wall other times players cannot, which feels a little imbalanced. But anyways, opinions aside, I do feel like Overtaken may just choose to... I actually didn't scout this woodline, so maybe not, but I was thinking maybe he would... just choose to use one pond. I remember a game with a couple players where they don't even go to the other ponds and they just add a great deal of fish in one pond when it's fully walled in. But Say My Name is bringing a vill. It ran into a tiger. And he doesn't know where Overtaken is docked. And he also will likely lose his scout because this is a Georgian scout chasing him. That scout will heal up in Feudal Age. His scout's already weaker. And I think Say My Name is basically playing a guessing game right now. Trying to decide where his opponent has docked. So he just simply didn't get the scouting intel. His build order is decided. Like, his decision here is to sneak a dock to kill his opponent's fish. And he doesn't see a dock. He's looking for a dock. He's trying to lure the scout away, and there he goes. And I don't know if Overtaken caught a glimpse of that. But the nice thing for Overtaken here is he's already fishing the shoreline. And so he is aware that there's no dock coming up there. That's how you want to do it here, folks. So, did Say My Name even see his opponent was adding a barracks there? No, he saw the stable. And oh my god, dude. Like I said, he is a classic pro. He sneaks a lot more than people do these days. There's a little bit more mystery to him. And now this Vill's kind of like, well, do I go through? What do I do? I guess the opponent's never going to expect it. Whoops, sorry, misclick. But yes, this villager has been spotted. So just passing. Nice quick walls here from Say My Name. Say My Name's just going to chill there. 4 fishing ships for him. It's going to be 7 and 8, actually, for Overtaken in this pond. And, I don't know. I really like Overtaken's position. Say My Name's looking rough right now. He's gotten housed again, so he's got some idle time. I think he just took a bit of a gamble here with hoping that villager would go the right way. And he would have also, had he continued to go this way, he would have actually been able to find the correct pond, but he just doubled back. 50-50 guess, right? Luciferocious, thanks for the 4 months. Welcome back. This is Georgians we're talking about from Overtaken. So his scouts do regen over time, which is very strong. And Overtaken also was able to kill Say My Name scout. So far, this game has been all Overtaken, honestly. Expanded over here to fish. Knows he's not being docked here. We do have a pause now. But, yeah, this is... Overtaken's going to be in a great spot headed towards Castle Age. And I love how he's played it. He didn't play greedy like I thought you can with this map. I think part of that's because he didn't scout this wood line. Another thing about Say My Name, like if he ever were to make Hidden Cup main event or something, right? He always says sir. He doesn't say sorry. He always just goes SR. Very important details here. I hope you guys appreciate the depth of commentary I'm bringing you. We did have, in Hidden Cup 5, we did have information on how they GG. So maybe, if there's a Hidden Cup 6, we'll do information on how they say sorry. Sir, this is a Wendy's. Thanks for the 11 months, Mathwin. And for that joke. Oh, man, 3 scouts made it through. How did that happen? I thought there was 1 scout inside and the other ones were on the outside. Well, with Georgians, you're just gonna... I don't know if he did that intentionally there, but... With Georgians, you can fight a singular spearman with just 3 scouts because that very weak scout that's remaining will heal up no problem. This has just been a better game for Overtaken. There's no other way to slice it. This has been smooth. This has been controlled. He is keeping an eye on this villager. This guy's just chilling. And a cool 700 resources ahead here for Overtaken. And he's just not hesitating with the fishing ships. Crazy amounts of fishing ships. He's going to be at 14. People have always asked me, like, how many to add in each pond. And I've always said, well, I think if I'm being fair here, I think I would always say, like, a range. I would also mention it depends. If we're talking 4 lakes, unranked version, 4 lakes is, there's more fish there. So you could probably go like 10 to 14. But usually my brain is always thinking 8. For whatever reason, on like tournament versions, I'm always thinking 8. So I find it interesting. Overtaken's gone for 8 exactly over here. And he's got 7 over here right now. Oh man, another villager trapped? Are you kidding me? So that villager's trapped. This villager's trapped. And these archers and spearmen are hoping to sneak in here. There is no opening for you. Say my name. So a clean start for Overtaken. Who I thought had really good chances to qualify for Hidden Cup, by the way. He was really confident. He thought he was going to beat Mihai. Mihai ended up beating him 3-1. If you remember that series, though, Overtaken could have absolutely won another game, and that could have gone to the 5th game. And then Mihai eventually qualified. I don't want to say with ease, but he did eventually qualify. Say my name. What time is it in Vietnam right now? Anyone know? I do know that this is not a time that you typically see a lot of Vietnamese players play. Now, they did... sorry, I have the tab out. I need to fix something. I do know that they obviously confirmed this time. But I'm seeing, like, Overtaken, looking wide awake, looking sharp as can be, playing perfect. And it's a little rough for Say My Name at the moment. It's night in Vietnam, midnight-ish. Got it. Yeah, and I just don't know. I haven't seen Say My Name play in a while, so I don't know. Is this just the fact that he's out of shape compared to Overtaken? I was expecting Overtaken to be the sharper of the two today. Or is it, you know, maybe some other factors here? It could be the map as well, right? Like, Overtaken clearly has prepped for this map and prioritizes the fish and the other ponds a whole lot more here. He's played a near-perfect game so far. And what I love about this is, this will be an interesting decision. is we might see this monk actually just convert this villager. We'll see if this gets deleted. Look at this. Georgians have a work rate boost around their fortified churches. We have another fortified church from Overtaken. So he's got 16 fishing ships. He's still microing these scouts. He's adding knights in the middle. He's adding a monk to convert this vill. I don't know if Say My Name has the APM to deal with this. Yeah, villager gets converted. So that's good for the vill. He'll eventually get to actually work again. And Say My Name is just kind of recovery mode all the time here. To his credit, he hasn't lost a lot from these scouts. But, like, guys, this vill has been sent to a task, and she can't get there because she's walled in. I wonder if she shows as an idle villager, though. It is actually possible she doesn't show as an idle vill. Oh, man, and now... Oh, man, now the knights are actually going to be in as well, just when Say My Name wanted to push forward. He did kill this knight. And he's going to head to the middle there to build a TC and has to come back over here to deal with this. Yeah, usually what happens when you send a walled-in villager to a task is they kind of like... They go in stride, and then they stop. And then they go, ooh! And then they stop. It's like they're trying to move. It's interesting how she's stuck. And it does say there's 0 idols. I don't think that's a common behavior. And, okay, I think Say My Name has noticed it now. There we go. Good stuff. Yo, Baskets, thanks for gifting Jammy this up. Jammy's his first stream I've ever been to. Never used Twitch before. Just made an account to watch LOL. Excited to be part of the streams after watching YouTube for 5 years. 5 years! Let's go. Welcome, Jammy. And Baskets gifted you a sub right away. So, for those that watch on YouTube, I don't know how many of you guys saw this video because it was on my extras channel and it had very low views. But we kind of screwed up. So, a game that Baskets actually played in, which is a very solid game, was uploaded to my extras channel. And the title was You Won't Believe the Ending. The ending from the game is actually relatively standard. What we forgot to edit into the video was the song that someone made using an AI, because I think they asked the AI, make a song about someone who loves baskets. So that was supposed to be the ending that people didn't expect, but we forgot to put that, and a couple of the commenters were like, what about this ending was unexpected? And I realized this morning, so we took it down, and we're going to re-upload it. Because I don't think anyone was expecting a AI song about baskets, so my apologies to the people that saw that. Might be thinking I'm going downhill and that I'm clickbaiting but not producing good quality content with it. As a very popular content creator once told me, clickbait is okay as long as the content is good. I don't want to go too far with the clickbait, but I do want the content to be good. So, people were probably very confused. Man, look how perfect Overtaken has played this game so far. Now you don't need to watch it. You do need to hear the song at the very least. The game itself was really good, though, so I mean, I would say you should if you like good content. Siege is on the way. And Overtaken using freaking monks against crossbows here. And Say My Name probably can't believe he's losing crossbows to monks. Normally the crossbows would have some confidence, but there was just enough knights in the mix there. Definitely feels like Overtaken is building up towards a castle somewhere. Oh, he's actually building a castle here. Look at this economy, guys. 3 fortified churches boosting work rate. 4 TCs. He's got 16 fishing ships working. Granted, they're about to run out of food, but still. And this castle goes up so he can make Manaspa. Now, Say My Name's win condition from here feels like just holding that middle area. You protect this gold, you keep the gold away from the enemy, and that's how you can end up getting the job done here. Still never made a move to the northern pond. I think it's a little too late for that. This bothers me. I wish as a caster I could erase things from the minimap, because I keep instinctively looking back here, and there's always a guy in chat who's like, T90, there's a raid from red and blue space. You know, because they just got here or something, which is totally understandable. So apologies if I look over there from time to time. But I think it might actually be good if I look over there from time to time, so people who are wondering will just be reminded of what it is. Thank you, chat. Yeah, thank you, chat. Very helpful. I see it. This is going to be castle number 2 for Overtaken. This will definitely go up. And he's on the way to imp. So he will be able to make trebs. And Say My Name wants to castle drop him, wants to push him here. I mean, a castle in the middle would probably just get trebbed down from Overtaken's position. A castle here does make it a little bit more interesting. But look at the difference in resources collected. Consider that Imperial Age costs 1,800 resources. And then look at the difference in resources collected between the two of them. It's insane. And obviously, all those resources Overtaken's brought in. He's investing into better eco upgrades. He's investing into this army. And, I mean, I feel like from this position, it's going to be really tough for Overtaken to beat Overtaken. If you know what I mean. Organ guns are no joke, though. If you make enough organ guns with some monks to get conversions against Cav, can be really strong. Say My Name makes it to imp faster. Getting Bracer now for the crossbows. Overtaken even adding fish traps on the pawns. Again, this guy's playing incredible. I don't know what this bracket looks like, but if he goes past Say My Name here, he's going to be really dangerous to whoever he is up against in the next round. I think Overtaken is due for making a top 16 event. I really do. He's been good for a very long time. And he knew the pressure would be coming in. It's all walled behind. He garrisons. And now he's going to make trebs. And I feel like this position doesn't do enough for Say My Name. If he trebs down the monastery, that is so unimportant to Overtaken compared to Say My Name losing his TC. And, you know, the whole point of the TC in the first place for Say My Name was to have control of this middle area. And now you're just not going to. And those villagers could be killed as well. So Say My Name pretty much has to push this area, because if you try and recover this now when you're this far behind, I think it's just he's stuck, right? He needs to defend himself with as little as possible and attack with as much as possible, but if he defends with too little, he dies. But this attack, this isn't even Arbalest yet. And the Manaspa and the Knights here picking off the crossbows, villagers exposed. Really feels like this has always been something from Say My Name that you love about him, and then you see be a downside for him. He's just not quite as prepared for this map. Because again, the guy's been competing since early 2000s. I never hear of anyone doing training sessions with Say My Name or anything like that. I think he just shows up. He plays great Age of Empires. Overtaken, on the other hand, really training and playing the game all the time. TC will go down here for Overtaken. You can also hide inside of these fortified churches too, so it's a good way to keep your villagers protected. And now Elite Manaspa. Elite Manaspa on the way. These units that already have 12 plus 6 attack are going to become much stronger. Again, the best way to get more attack with Manaspa is just make more of them. You get extra attack per units in the group. I think it's 7 now. I actually forget if they changed it or if it was proposed. I think it is changed. I think it's like for every 7 Manaspa, you get +1 attack. I don't know if it's just Manaspa. I think it's just Cav, actually. But it seems like the only Cav unit that people make with Georgians is Manaspa. And the Manaspa are elite. And the Treb is going to get sniped. And Say My Name calls the GG. And a very, very clean game there from Overtaken. It was just, his approach was so much better the whole way through. I do think that Say My Name, he took a bit of a risk with that early Vil. And it didn't work out for him, right? He didn't know what to do with the Vil. He realized there was no dock from Overtaken down here, and then he tried to weasel his way back this way, and the villager got spotted, ended up getting walled in. And then scouts got into his base, and then Overtaken was just adding fish all the time. That was really good. So just very clean play from Overtaken. Never anything to question. It was pretty much the perfect game. And we'll see what Say My Name can do now, but there's the resources collected. Georgians are insane, man. They are so good. 38k res collected against 27k. Portuguese are not a bad civ. But if you play the Georgians like that, and you play the map like that, that's what's going to happen. Also can see the speed difference between the two. Again, Say My Name's been around a long time. Not a player you really look at and think he's super speedy. It's just the efficiency in his actions, but it wasn't too efficient this game. Okay, so we've received word from the Vietnamese community, from Hope, who's another pro player, and he said that Say My Name had 10 beers, and that the inner circle, which I believe means the other Vietnamese players, met ACCM, got together with ACCM, and apparently got drunk. And so Say My Name lost motivation. He also got housed in the first game. So I could definitely see the beers argument. Well, what I thought was going to be a really competitive set might not be as competitive, but hey, I've had some people say that beer improves their performance. The map here is Northern Isles. Excuse me, sorry. And Bengalis for Overtaken. I called that. And then Koreans for Say My Name. I actually really like both these civs for this map. Which civ do I prefer? I think I prefer the Bengalis, actually. I think Bengalis are really underrated on maps that aren't closed maps. I think so many people are still sleeping on them. I think they're good on Nomad. They're good on any map that incorporates water because their ships regenerate slowly over time. And especially on water maps, since you're not being attacked on land right away, it feels so much nicer to get those extra 2 villagers that you get when you get to the next stage. Ooh, they must have changed the map name. Oh, no. Rosbergs, we were casting a different tournament where they misspelled Northern Isles. It was Northern Lizzles yesterday, but it wasn't Warlords. So this one just has it spelled correctly. Anyways, forward dock here from Overtaken would indicate that he's maybe going to go for fires. I like the idea to do that because Koreans can't make demos. So in a fire galley war, the Bengalis have 2 reasons to win it, basically. You have the regenerating, which we talked about, and then you also have access to the demos. And we'll see what Say My Name chooses to go for here. Chat, how many turtle ships will we see? If you guess the amount of turtle ships we see in this game correctly, I'm going to give you absolutely nothing, but you can be proud of yourself. And I feel like self-satisfaction is more important than anything I could possibly give you. Okay, so go ahead and guess. Keep in mind, Say My Name has apparently had 10 beers. I don't know if that was an exaggeration or not. Ooh, Overtaken. So he's used his transport, which you start with on this map, to scout his opponent, find the opponent's island, and he's going to bring 2 vills, and he's going to land. I've actually seen players show up here with a scout and a vill and kill the dock vill. So I wonder if that's what Overtaken's going to try and do here. That's true. I think it's only fair that Overtaken catches up in beers. Is that in the handbook? Can someone check the handbook for this tourney, please? That if one person shows up drunk, the other person has to catch up? I think it only sounds fair. Jimmy B, thanks for the raid. Sorry I missed that. Bakfir, thanks for the 31. Says, when are we going to have an actual hidden cup and have people look for it? I'll think on that. Thanks for the amazing idea. I'm sure people would love that. 2 docks here from Overtaken. And yeah, this is because the Koreans can't make fires. So I think he feels as though if he could just bring the fight directly to his opponent. Sorry, Koreans can't make fires. I meant to say demos. If he could bring the fight here, life gets really awkward for Say My Name. Oh man, there's also no loom right now for Say My Name. He is getting it though. Seems like he wants to fight this off. I don't know. If what he said about the beers is true, I've lost a bit of confidence. Yep, Overtaken just hops directly into his transport ship. Says, nice try. And Say My Name is going to attack that house foundation. He says, how dare you? Ah, that's interesting. I actually don't hate that. So he has built a wall there because what players will try and do is use that gap to repair ships. But you can't do that now if there's a palisade wall. Oh, man. And say my name with decent defense so far. Also, his transport ship is just sitting right in front of his opponent's dock, which is kind of weird. I think it's going to go down now. Obviously, he's very focused on the defense right here. Cranky8, thanks for the 9 months. Oh, man, this is rough. This is a 2-month Prime sub as well, so we got to keep this guy on board. Duger Funkel. There we go. That actually wasn't as hard as I thought. Thank you. So far, there hasn't been a whole lot of death. The transport ship actually did survive for Say My Name, so if he wishes to use that, he can. The only thing that died was the scout. Again, in these instances, you would want a demo, but because you cannot make a demo, you can't come back easily on water, and then there's a demo from Overtaken, and the demo from Overtaken is going to go in and actually get the Vil as well. Oh, he's thinking about it. He's actually not going to go for any of it. Oh, man, that's crazy. And then he saves the demo. I mean, he might as well just use the demo on fish at this point. Overtaken with the perfect game plan to stop the Koreans here. An amazing scouting from him with the transport ship. He really utilized the fact that you start with the transport ship. And he knew exactly where his opponent had docked and has tried to make a push for this area now. Got to be careful with those repair Vils. Don't want to lose them. I think Say My Name needs to be thinking about something other than water, though, based on what I'm seeing here. Because this is looking really difficult for him. Resources collected is very similar. But keep in mind the fishing ships back at home for Overtaken are not going to go down. At least not for a while here. And the fishing ships are vulnerable here for Say My Name. No archer range, no barracks for either player. Castle Age could be imminent for both of them. Someone asking if the middle is important. The middle becomes very important in the later stages. Right now, it doesn't become as important because you have so many resources on your island, but the middle is absolutely an important factor. And wow, neither player had double bid axe. Okay, well, Say My Name's going to get that now. And Say My Name is building a sneak barracks. So again, the reports are from another Vietnamese pro that Say My Name has had 10 beers. And that he lost some motivation. I did message Hope for clarification. I asked, is he drunk? Or are you saying he's playing like he's drunk? But then he said in my chat here that the inner circle met with ACCM. So I think that he means, like, if they met with ACCM, they probably had beers, right? So that's pretty cool, though, that they all got together and, you know, had a meeting and, you know, had a good time. A demo through this choke point would be brutal for Say My Name. This is going to be so bad. See, look, like, the whole game changes if you can't make a demo here. Say My Name would never go into this choke point against a civilization that could make demos. And here come the archers from Say My Name. No scouting over here from Overtaken. A couple archers could wreck his wood line. Say My Name. Soon going to click up to the next stage. Has still kept things fairly competitive, considering how bad I thought this was going to be. We'll be up to Castle Age here in just a moment. Actually, I think he's missing a building. No, I'm just blind. Oh, no. He has the archer ranges over here. Yeah, stupid. Listen, if you're Koreans and you get a forward position with guard towers in Castle Age, the opponent could be really strong. And, like, it seems like Say My Name is expecting to lose his fish, so he's going to go make a move to try and kill the fish from Overtaken. So I think it's the right decision to recognize water is lost for you. And Overtaken's still committing a lot here, just thinking that Say My Name will stay here to defend. So we'll see. Here go the fires. That fire's trying to sneak through. That's not going to work. And there goes the TC. Now, that is a really good town center location. That is also a very vulnerable town center location if Say My Name sees that and goes for a siege push here. War galley upgrade coming in. And Overtaken's like, where are his ships at? And now he gets his answer. That's so funny. Like, right in the moment where he's like, huh? I thought I was going to attack me. He starts to lose his fish. So neither player are going to have any fishing ships. And you can argue that the Navy doesn't do too much right now for Overtaken. And obviously same for Say My Name once the fishing ships are out of the picture, so. Now, that Vil is really important to this. There is another Vil there. At least Say My Name knows, as he completes the outpost, that the TC is there. And Overtaken knows that there's archers here, which is good because he didn't even have loot. So he'll drop the siege workshop. He can't see there's the siege workshop from Say My Name. I think a monastery would make a lot of sense here as well, seeing as you're the Bengalis. Villager goes down. There's still some ships over here for Say My Name. And two fishing ships here from Overtaken. I don't hate it. Overtaken's got a nice eco lead. Actually can start to chip away at these houses, which is really annoying for Say My Name. But Say My Name is all about this push now. That is his main focus. And it very much feels like Overtaken, if he can defend from that push, will have a very nice lead. Remember, you get extra villagers from your TC each time you make it to the next stage. So he's up +4 vills because of that. Plus, he's going to have a few fishing ships to work with. And actually has a third TC over here. Looks like Say My Name's just going to park his crossbows just out of range of the TC. Make life awkward for Overtaken's vills here. Siege is on the way here, but there's also siege on the way from Say My Name. And if the engagements aren't good enough, if towers go up, I could see this becoming a big problem for Overtaken. He does have, I don't want to say full water dominance, but he's taken out every dock that Say My Name has. There are some ships out here that he needs to kill. I don't think you need to fish any more than just like 6 or 7 fishing ships here. I think if your opponent has no fish, having a lead of 6 or so is going to make you feel really good. And what are you going to defend? Look at Say My Name. Oh my god, 10 beers in and he's moving. Yeah, like what are you going to defend the siege push from or with? You're going to defend with monks or your own siege? And if Say My Name has a guard tower there. Oh! Yeah, if he has a guard tower there, that makes it extremely difficult to use monks or siege to defend. Look at how idle Overtaken's economy is right now. This is awesome. And there's no real counterattack either from Overtaken on land, right? So this allows Say My Name to chill. Again, I'm noticing he's getting pop capped a lot this series. But, you know, if he can go 3 town center economy behind this, he's now taken out one of the town centers from his opponent. That's really good damage. But Overtaken is going to make monks. And he's getting redemption now. And that is what I thought the first reaction would be, actually. I mean, siege actually made more sense than monks because there were crossbows. But you also need the monks. And if he has redemption monks, he can convert these mangonels. And suddenly this push will stall out. But you can't easily regain this area with just the monks, right? There might be some weird worlds, as Say My Name's Mangonel Micro has been incredible here. Maybe we actually see the guard tower converted this game. Again, that's a very specific thing. But Overtaken's got to be like, are you kidding me? And the crossbows could snipe the monks as well. Say My Name is playing like a god here, guys. This is great. And look at Overtaken actually transport to the middle. There's our first monk. Mangonel goes down, though. But it's okay, Overtaken. I know a way you can get more of these things. It's a convert one, get one deal. No risk at losing your monk. Only offered with the Bengalis. Beautiful job there. Converts one. Here the crossbows go to try and kill this monk. He loses one he converted. Vills are running all over here now. Say My Name is building a TC here with the villager he has remaining. This game is wild. This game actually has some 10 beer energy. Oh my god! Say My Name's Mangonel Micro has been ridiculous. Like, I was really expecting this push to fall flat after he took out this TC. I did not expect him to have any success moving this far in towards his opponent here. But now that there's 5 monks, the monks should be enough. There's just not enough crossbows. At least I don't think so from Say My Name. He's building TC number 3 at home right now. Getting handcart right now. Loses a mango. It's going to lose another mango. Got to delete that. Deletes it. Loses another. Oh, God, he's got no siege now. Oh, God, he's got no siege. Okay. But, look at the wood count right now for Overtaken. He's got like 35 on wood, 18 on food. He's going to use this time. He's going to spam the auto farm button. And he is going to go up to 15 fishing ships. Oh, my God, that's actually insane. But still, if Say My Name could just hold, keep this position, and have this go late, it could be very strong, I think. And there's going to be more villagers over here now because Say My Name has a TC. Haj and Oil Rats, thank you guys for the new subs. Welcome, welcome. Had someone earlier say they're here for the first time and like after 5 years of watching on YouTube. 8 monks for Overtaken. Wouldn't mind if he does stabilize this position to actually see him castle the middle or even castle his opponent's island. But I think you always need to focus on where your opponent's coming in towards your base first. Isn't a stable good here to snipe the monks? Not Bengali monks. The food eco is not great for Say My Name. And I think it's past the point where that would work. Bengali monks just have too much armor. You would need a lot of light cav. But yes, in theory, if you had like 6 light cav, that would be really good. It's actually, I actually take it back. I think it's worth an attempt. But it'll reach a point where if Overtaken understands that he is vulnerable against that, and it's a possibility for Say My Name in the current situation, he could also just mix in a couple spears. But he never built a barracks this game, so I like this move, though. Under all this pressure to just head to the middle. I think that's really smart. And Say My Name just continues to run in. This guy does not freaking care, man. And he's going to run back to the safety of his tower now. University for Say My Name. And his resources are looking like he wants to click up to Imp here. There have been a couple fires going to kill fishing ships. 20 fishing ships. Overtaken's made way more fishing ships than I ever expected. And I think we're just going to see a castle here. Oh, wow, this gets interesting. We're going to see a castle here from Say My Name. I think he might have also spotted the villagers here from Overtaken. He did. So he's going to drop a castle right next to it. But the monks are coming for Overtaken. Overtaken could convert 8 of these vills and then finish his castle faster. Okay, you have to click very quickly here if you're both players. And it's kind of funny, man. Overtaken now gets more vills to complete his castle. Seems to me like both castles are going to go up. Say My Name's is definitely going to go up. And there it goes. The castle for Overtaken will go up. And meanwhile over here, are you kidding me? Say My Name! Are you kidding me, bro? So the monks aren't at home anymore. The monks are here, and now the monks are dying. And so he's able to walk forward with confidence. He took out the 2 mangonels, and now he's building this castle in an amazing position on Overtaken space. Overtaken can only take like a third of his starting island. And of course he has the fish, but still. This is hilarious. There's no murder holes, so Overtaken is building a siege workshop underneath the opponent's castle. And that monk can still survive there as well. Not only that, but I think he was making a petard. Which is his imp TC? His imp TC is here, which was smart thinking, but the crossbows are slaughtering villagers. Say My Name's imp TC is right here, too. Guys, who wins this game right now? 20 beers Say My Name? Or I assume fully sober Overtaken, who has the eco lead, but is over 3 hours of idle time. And barely has a base anymore. He does clear that up, though. I mean, the castle positions here are really important. Like, if Say My Name loses this castle, he could have some big problems. I do think, yeah, this is the play. You build another one, and then you can just make trebs here. But now Overtaken is going to build another one. First thing Say My Name will do from this castle is make a treb. And Overtaken, I think, sees that that's going up and feels like these vills are trapped, so he deletes that. And I guess he's just going to hop back inside the castle for now. Bracer's on the way for Say My Name. He's still been paying close attention to this. He's had an incredible game. And he's just going to move around now. And with Bracer, you know he's going to nerd out even more. I can't believe that Overtaken's about to run out of resources on his starting island right now. That's crazy. He can't take like, any important resource on his island, but he has the middle. And the middle might save him here. And this castle's gone down for Say My Name. Say My Name. He could lose this castle to trebs from Overtaken in the middle. Overtaken, I think, is just trying to buy wood for trebs right now. Back here, we had some navy. I guess Say My Name had snuck back on water at some point. Overtaken still had a lot of excess fires. This game is unbelievable. This game is amazing. This is one of the best games from Warlord Qualifiers I've seen so far. This is just so special. I think Overtaken is going to win this game because he can win the Treb War here. He has 2 castles that can go against 1. But, like, he's got to ferry villagers to the middle or even to Say My Name's island, maybe, for wood. He's almost completely out of resources here. Big shot, maybe. Is he paying attention to this? Apparently not. Say My Name's expecting a reaction. There's no reaction. He's taking out the mangonels. That's huge. Meanwhile, the elephants! The siege elephants are going to take out the trebs. Horrible for Say My Name. He's never had military here, guys. And the siege elephants are chonky. They're strong. And they're angry. And they might get the next one, too. Oh, man. Meanwhile, the crossbows are still over here. There's still no defense for this. You need to attack and repair. And 3 trebs went down because of those 2 siege elephants. Are you kidding me? Overtaken continues to hold his position. But now he's getting trebbed here. This is incredible. Overtaken might win this game without his island, guys. Without his own island. It's not like he's going to have a part of it. He's going to have none of it. I don't know. Maybe I'm overreacting, though, because, I mean, you got to think about it. Say My Name's got actual eco here. He's actually got eco here. So the score has flipped. He'll add in some bombard cannons. He's repairing with a lot of villagers. That is something Overtaken can say here, not necessarily here. And just treb defense from Overtaken's kind of the play, hoping to keep this position, but he can't repair castles in 2 different areas at once. Oh, and we've got a tower here from Say My Name, too, because he sees all these vills. Murder holes would be amazing tech for him. Again, Say My Name, apparently quite drunk at the moment. Heard that from another Vietnamese pro. But he is still playing like the maniac he is. I said at the start of the series, he's done an incredible job over his career. He's top 40 in terms of total AoE2 earnings. He's been playing for over 10 years. And I said that he's got a lot of the classic pro vibes where he's been around a long time. He prefers chaos over clean play, and he's created the chaos here. On paper, I would say in a lot of ways, what Overtaken did in many stages of this game was the best thing for the situation. But as we see his castles start to go down, his trebs start to go down, and bombard cannons being his big problem now, it's just Say My Name's sneak. His landing and what he accomplished with that push is what led to all of this. Castle still hasn't gone down. Say My Name has sunk so much into that. He lost the bombard cannon. But the villagers here have all gone down. Say My Name has now his own island. He has populated the enemy's island. And Overtaken is pretty much only in the middle island. Someone asked if the middle is important. Absolutely. It just stresses me out thinking about all the times that Overtaken would have to use the transports this game. These transports, we don't have a stat for how many units they've ferried across, but I wish we did. They've done insane work. Oh, 8 hours of idle time here for Overtaken. What a fun game. Here comes another shipment of vills. And Bengalis don't get bombard cannon. Now, you could make monks. Usually making bombard cannons against Bengalis is tough because they can convert the bombard cannons like they did the mangonels earlier. But how are you supposed... You need a monastery here, I guess, right? It's like really tricky to just get monks all of a sudden. Here's some vills. Oh, these vills have been spotted. They were chopping in the north. They'll die. And yeah, the trebs are going to die and the GG's called. What a game! What a game! That game was sick! Oh my goodness, man. Say My Name was so far behind at one point, it felt like. He was like 30 eco behind. Overtaken did such a good job adding the fish. But what it comes back to for me is the sneak and how much damage he was able to get with the crossbows and the mangonels. Overtaken, on paper, has the monks and the siege and everything. And, you know, can utilize that. But it was just amazing micro from Say My Name. And it just gave him so much time back at home to get his eco rolling. Hope, good friend of Say My Name, another Vietnamese pro, the one who informed me that Say My Name may be 10 beers in, just said the beer has seeped into his body. And we have a series, people. We have a series. Let's go. There's the KD for you. 120 to 51. That's what it came down to. Amazing value from the fights. We were talking expensive units. Ships, siege, monks. It's not like we were talking about a lot of, like, you know, spears or skirms or something that's relatively cheap in comparison. And he ended up having more of every resource except food collected this game. Say My Name. A beautiful job. And what we can actually look at here... there's a lot of stats we could look at which could make this kind of fun. Is there idle time here? Unproductive worker time. Oh, shoot. I ruined it. Okay, so unproductive worker time started to get bad for Overtaken at 1950. Let's just go back. You guys know because you watched every second of the game. Well, let's just remind ourselves. 1950. What happened there? I wonder. And that's just crazy. Like, the unproductive worker time is insanely high. And then you could also look at resources collected. And you could see it actually was relatively close. I guess it's a bad set to maybe look at. But we knew Overtaken was ahead. You could actually look as well at economic population. Which, for whatever reason, is not updating here. Why is that at the bottom? I don't understand. Total population, at least? I don't know what's happening. Oh, you can't combine the two of them. Anyways, listen, my point is that Overtaken had that lead, and eventually, because of the chaos, Say My Name was able to bring it back and surpass him here. So, anyways, YouTube, if you want to see the rest of this series, I encourage you to. I don't know if the games are going to be that good, but we'll have the full best of 5 in the video description if you'd like to see it. It's also on the T90 Extras channel where I'm always uploading extra stuff, so you could just subscribe to that too. But yeah, fun games on our hands coming up here in this best of 5, and we'll see what Overtaken can do to recover against Say My Name. All right, we've received an update from Hope. Yeah, we established it's what, like midnight in Vietnam. Apparently, when Hope heard my commentary, he texted Say My Name in between game 1 and 2, said, everyone is cheering for you, try hard. And, or no, I think he would have texted after game 2. Say My Name, who apparently drank 10 beers with Hope and other Age of Empires 2 pros from Vietnam, said he can't see ships anymore, which is good because we're not going to see any more ships here. Hope says, I'm learning English, so my listening skills are poor. I have to try to listen. All good. It's okay. Hope, my Vietnamese is horrible. Actually, I can't speak any Vietnamese, so don't worry about it. Franks for Overtaken, Lithuanians for Say My Name. The map is Land's Madness. And both of these civs are very good at what you tend to see on this map, which is lots of scouts and spears. I would actually prefer the Lithuanians somewhat, because the fast spearmen are really helpful. Franks do get fully upgraded spears, but they don't have the speed of the Lithuanians. So for that reason, I think I would prefer the Lithuanians. Very large wood lines on this. I've noticed some of the map generations have been a little bit unfair at times. This map generation seems fine, but we're pretty much just relaxing until we eventually see a scout war here. So I'm going to drink my water, drink my coffee, and say hello to people that are here. It is a 9-villager start, yes. That's why things are so quick. And I think the 9-villager start actually makes the Lithuanians even better. Maybe it doesn't like separate the two, but you can get up faster because you have the 9 vills plus the extra 100 food. So, but I think you should always be able to get up faster than a standard game with any civ, though. So the Franks should be able to do the same, honestly. Man, that second game was so freaking good. But Say My Name, he won't be able to make it messy with sneaks anymore or landings anymore, right? Instead, what he's going to have to end up doing is he's going to have to go for messiness on land, which can be scouts and spears. And just, if there's so much army around that Overtaken's not able to keep it simplified on his end, all of a sudden he's defending from a bunch of scouts, and he looks back at his scouts that are at Say My Name's base, and he could then end up losing quite a bit. How many villagers would Chinese players get up to feudal? I actually haven't done a 9-vill start Chinese build yet, but Chinese are probably not going to be played much at all in this tournament because they're so OP. They're even more OP in this 9-vill start. In other 9-vill starts, obviously they'd start with 12 vills, but a lot of the balance would make them have minus 100 food for balance reasons. But in Warlords and all the Memb events, to my knowledge, they don't do that. So it's, yeah, they end up having a much bigger lead. We have a forward from Say My Name. Let's go. He's going forward. And he's going to go for a trash build. What did I say? Make it messy? That's exactly what he's going to try and do here. And Overtaken is trying to open with archers, and now he's getting forwarded by this. Oh, this is going to be so tough for Overtaken to defend. I think the logic from Overtaken was open archers. That way, he can go archer scout later on. And archer scout would, of course, be great against the spearman play we were worried about with Lithuanians. But now it's skirms and spears, and Say My Name is fighting with vills. This guy just doesn't care. Okay. Do I have the boxing mod on? Ah, crap. Okay, reminds me I'll add the boxing mod. This is dangerously close to the TC, man. But I think the fact that the Frank player isn't on berries is a huge win right now for Say My Name. And the skirms could easily run in and kill the archers too. Man, I would be so dead in this situation if I were Overtaken. This is not an easy situation to defend from. Because you also don't even have a full HP scout because you took some hits earlier. And this isn't just good against Franks. This build could be good against any civilization, and those skirms and spears are just going to be chasing down your vills here. And messy stuff here. You're kind of forced to fight with your own vills, you feel like, and make your own skirms. Good job from Overtaken so far. Ironically, when Overtaken first started to get really good at competitive age, he would forward like every single game. So I've probably been forwarded by him like 3 dozen times, and I still have nightmares about it. So he does understand the strength of this, which in theory would mean that he also knows how to defend such a thing, right? But, I mean, if it's a skirm war, it's Lithuanians all day. Might be like, T90, why not go scouts right now? Well, you can do that if your food eco's in a better spot. But he's kind of stuck right now because he can't take his berries efficiently and he doesn't have enough farms. He can barely afford to produce villagers. Look at the idle time right now. This is the... Say My Name is going to go up 2-1. And he's drunk. He was partying with the age boys a couple hours ago. What in the world? Now, he's getting fletching now. Moving around with the skirms. Looking for the opponent. And Overtaken. I don't know where Overtaken's even going right now. But here he picks off a skirm. That's nice. That'll actually be the second kill in the game. Woodline needs to be protected. And these skirms have the hill, and they also have fletching. These villagers are going to slowly get whittled down. But it's slowly, right? So you have time, and you could fight it off with the vills in theory, but not if Say My Name's microing like this. Eventually, all your vills are going to die. He needs to try something here, Overtaken. I think trying the stable, like one scout here, could maybe make a difference. His own skirms are on the way. He is correctly pulling back the weak vills to the woodline. He hasn't lost any vills yet. He is also sending 2 vills randomly here. We'll see what he does there. And he's trying to batter this tower down, but Say My Name just repairs and fights it back. Tower now going up on the woodline, which is good. You have to do that. And I guess you just accept that you can't take berries and you go for farms, which thankfully with the Franks is still a very strong move. First villager there went down. I'm not sure about sitting underneath the tower with the skirms, because then if the enemy skirms come in, it could be a problem. A stable at home now for Say My Name, and since he has forced his opponent into basically defending with his own skirms, he feels like he can go for scouts. But I'm not seeing an economy that's that incredible for scouts in all honesty. Remember, he doesn't get horse color for free like the Franks, so these farms are going to expire at some point. He was taking some hunt, but he's not continually taking berries. He finished his berries already. So I could see a world where Overtaken maybe stabilizes, but this is just a messy game. We had, I want to say half the viewers that are here right now were here for game number 1. How would you describe, what word would you have described Overtaken's play in that game? Because the word people are going to say is basically the opposite of what Say My Name has turned the series into. Game 2 and now Game 3. Sober? Okay, well, I guess that's fair. He has turned this into a drunk game. Clean. Clean is what I was thinking about. It was like flawless. It was smooth. It was a clean game in game number 1. And Say My Name's like, all right, if you're going to play it like that, I cannot allow you to have your type of game. And he completes this tower. We got vills coming here from Overtaken. We got scouts coming in from Say My Name. This might be the end of the game. The tower will go down, most likely. That's a lot of vills. But how many scouts? No, the tower's being repaired. How many villagers were idled? That tower position is so annoying. Overtaken has how many working farmers right now? 6? And Say My Name's got 15. Crazy player, man. I didn't drop any frames, so guys, refresh if you had issues. I saw some people say F, like we had a disconnect here. Probably just Twitch problems. Say My Name walls up the tower. He goes back to mining more stone. He's getting horse collar. And now that this position is protected, he's going to work his way over here. Where again, like, Overtaken can't stop scouts. He would have to make spears, which he can do. But even then, the skirms could kill the spears. This should be Say My Name's game. Unless I'm missing something massively, Say My Name should be in a really good position. I actually think the auto scout from Overtaken is kind of confusing me with the score. Like, he scouted the map a lot more than Say My Name has, which has changed the score there. Pro Backseat Gamer says, I told Say My Name today in his chat that towers got cheaper. He didn't know. Say My Name is always like a year behind the times, dude. Like, the one story I told earlier is from 2017. I remember teaching him the Inca Rush. The old Inca Rush. Still hasn't gone for an engagement here. I guess right now, Say My Name feels like he can just kill his opponent in Castle Age. But from what I'm seeing, he can win this game or at least get a much bigger position right now. There's still only one spear on the field for Overtaken. Oh, there's some vills here, though. Say My Name. Sees the vills. Oh, okay, that's enough. Overtaken had snuck away with some vills earlier because he was in a desperate position. All of these vills are going to die. There's no way to save them. And yeah, now if the plan was to go to Castle Age and win the game with Knights, I think you feel a bit better about it if you're Say My Name. Where are his scouts going, though? Did he auto-scout them? Did he just auto-scout 3 scouts? Because you could do that now? I think he auto-scouted 3 scouts by mistake. That's auto-scout, right? He is so drunk. Why are we auto-scouting? Why are we not killing the opponent who has skirms, bro? Wait, where'd they go? Yeah, he's auto-scouted 3 of them. That's so funny. Actually, he noticed this. Auto-scout doesn't auto-attack. And he does click up to Castle Age where he can make Knights and really do some damage to Overtaken. Yeah, we are going to have... we might have 100% exploration here from Say My Name. He'll bring these 3 scouts into fight. Getting armor now. Bloodlines will probably be on the way as well. The eco looks really good. He's refreshed his lumber camps. The farm count's amazing. Amount on gold is a little light for night production. So it might actually be a bit of a boom situation. Because you can't make 2 stable knights with just 5 on gold. You would want like double that. And he may choose to play more passively to get the relics because he's Lithuanian. So yeah. This is always so comical to me when people repair farms. But you don't want to lose a farm. Overtaken is up, but man, what a fun series here. This has been crazy. And again, I think he's like, maybe he is manually scouting with these, but I think he's using the auto-scout feature. Because auto-scout goes... Yeah, the way it's moving feels very auto-scouty. Might actually auto-scout this southern corner. I don't think a player at this level would intentionally auto-scout 3 separate scouts. Or like 6 separate scouts. This one made sense. You take the weak scout, you put it on auto-scout, and yeah, now if he looks around, he's going to see that. And auto everything in 2024 gives him that information. We have a monastery, we have a TC. That's a great TC spot there for Say My Name. And we're going to have some knights on the way. Still 40 seconds away from being up as Overtaken. And Overtaken's got to be thinking, what on earth is happening? How has this happened to me? Because game 1 was such a stomp. Game 1 wasn't even close. And like game 2, the opening for Overtaken was perfect. Red scouting now. Let's look at it. 98%. Honestly, some of it you can't scout because... Yeah, some areas you can't actually scout because of the wood lines. So... Alright, couple knights are on the way. I do think that this is something that Overtaken can defend from for now. Because he has a lot of army. He can make his own knights. He has some spears. But it's still not clean eco. And Say My Name is on 3 town centers producing vills. Going out to get relics. Which, of course, he scouted. So, like... There's going to be a point in this game where Say My Name just has this crazy follow-up. And that follow-up ends Overtaken and takes us to a game 4 with Say My Name in the lead, 2-1. Nice distraction there, attacking with the scouts. Also heading in here with the knights. This is what you want to do. And yeah, could have done it in feudal. Finds the damage now in castle. Knights are a sure thing when it comes to villager kills. Beautiful micro from Say My Name. The guy's playing like an animal. The beer has seeped into his body. That's what Say My Name said to Hope. It is seeped. And he's seeping right now. He's seeping into Overtaken's base. Good micro, good control. 15 villager lead, 1 relic. Relic number 2 now. So it's going to be +2 attack on the knights because of the relics. But then, like, he already has forging, so Lithuanians are just the superior knight civ right now. Also, you can't auto knight. I was wondering where all his knights were. I guess he accidentally set his rally point to the right corner. And he's just going to have a bunch of knights chilling. He might never notice that. They're off to train before they go into battle, guys. It's realistic. Can you imagine if he loses the game because he has 7 knights over here? I love the fact that Hope came in. Hope, are you still here? Hope, thank you so much for telling us about the beers, because I would otherwise have no explanation, and I would be fighting the urge to say that he was drunk, but I wouldn't want to be mean, right? That's disrespectful. When someone's trying their best and they're sober and I say that, that's mean. But now I could say he's drunk because it's been confirmed. Hope was there. Hey, he found them. They're coming home. They're coming home. There we go. This fight should have been no problem for him. He's got 3 relics now. A lot of these knights here are weak, though. Idle TC is kind of high for Say My Name, considering, but he's going to drop a castle soon, guys, and Overtaken's going to be like, how did he get so many knights that quickly? Overtaken sees the monk, goes for the kill, gets the kill, and now there's just knights everywhere. The positive for Overtaken is that he's at least kept Say My Name in his base, but it's 21 knights against 10. So these fights are not going to go well at all for Overtaken. Overtaken also going to kill that monk, so he denies that relic, but you've got to think that relic might come in. This was also denied. Nice job from Overtaken, but he already has 3, my friend. And Say My Name's going to finish this game with a statement, people. Doesn't need to. Could go for the defensive castle, I think. It's just been so far ahead for so long. But this is a get out of my game castle. Forward castle. Right there on the front of Overtaken's base. Overtaken will have to fight here. He has to engage. You cannot let this castle go up. That, or maybe you build your own castle, but he doesn't have the stone for that. Overtaken gets 2 conversions. Wow, very fast conversions. But there's the castle. So you have to defend from the army. You have to stop the castle. There's too many things to do right now. And Say My Name just pulls back to his castle so we can take the fight in the choke point. So, yep, takes the fight now. That would be a winning fight for him, plus the castle will go up. Overtaken, probably wondering what has gone wrong here. Does not have the knowledge that we have, that his opponent is a bit intoxicated. But who needs the speed? Who needs water? Say My Name up 2-1. Wow, what a fun storyline here. Again, I scheduled my whole day around this series, right? I came online for this series because I thought it would be the best one of the day compared to some of the other qualifier matches. But I did feel like, Overtaken's playing in more events. Overtaken's more active. Say My Name doesn't take the tournaments as seriously as some of these other guys these days. But you can tell why he's still always around. Like, he can just show up and get results like this. Crazy games. He's up 2-1 now in this quali. And Overtaken's got... I think Overtaken has Arabia as a home map, but 99% of the map explored. That's what happens when you put 6 of your 6 scouts on auto scout, when you could be killing the enemy instead. And more of every resource collected for Say My Name, who just played incredible and feudal. The worst thing that could have happened there for Overtaken was that he goes archers against the forward. That's the worst thing. The second, like, to make matters even worse, his berries were forward. He didn't have any berries on the back. So had he just gone for, like, scouts, it probably would have been much better for him. He could have gone scout skirm, but the archer play just never really seemed to really work out there. And he didn't know what Say My Name was going to do until Say My Name got to his base. An underrated strat with the Lithuanians, by the way. I think a lot of times you're going to see people going for just scouts because they can do that. I talked about the scouts and spears, but that right there was really solid. So, oh man. All right, so the storyline continues, and I hate to keep repeating myself, but it's just so much easier for me to say it again now in case this goes to YouTube later on. But after the first game, it looked quite bad for Say My Name. Overtaken played perfect. Overtaken is the higher ranked player. And Hope, Vietnamese player, came to my chat and said that Say My Name had drank 10 beers because all the Vietnamese players had gotten together and drank with ACCM. Then Say My Name won 2 straight. And apparently after game number 2, Say My Name texted Hope, because Hope texted him and said, try hard, people are rooting for you. And Say My Name said, the beer has seeped into my body. And it seeped all right in game number 3. He's up 2-1 now. Crazy stuff. So Inca's here for Say My Name. You start with the extra llama. You get the extra pop space on the houses, which gives you a lot of flexibility with how you open the game. And then all your units that do cost food is discounted, combined with having a lot of really good gold units like eagles and, well, Kameyooks. I guess that's also food and gold, but still. And then you have great archers as well. You have slingers, and I think slingers is why any other Meso Civ should be concerned about making eagles. So, Thinking about this, I honestly think the Mayans should just go archers here. Like, yes, the Incas have cheap skirms, but the more you think about it, the more Incas have counters to everything. Anyways, right? So I think you could still play into archers. Your archers are cheap. And if you're worried about skirmishers, I think maybe lots of crossbowmen with siege could be really good in the Castle Age. So barracks there for Say My Name. So it might be a little frush, as people call it. The little French drush to militia that some of the Frenchmen started. I think Citeaux was the one who started it. But then there was a period of time where it was like every Citeaux light player was doing it. But in the 9 villager starts, you don't see it as frequently. People in general just aren't doing this as much these days. They tend to just rush up to the next stage and go for... They save the resources for their eco and whatever military units they make. Juice Goose says, Slinger, Skirm, Mango just wins here. I mean, if you look at it in a vacuum, yes, but the things you just mentioned are incredibly slow. So I don't think it's that simple. But I agree that I think Incas... The problem when you're playing against Incas is... Oh my god, he's going to go forward again? This guy's a madman! If it worked once, it could work again. The problem with playing against Incas is if you ever fall into a position where you would naturally make eagles, it kind of lives in your head that they can add a couple slingers. Guys, Overtaken doesn't know where Say My Name's base is, and Say My Name knows exactly where Overtaken is. Oh, no. And he can do the same strategy he did before, but it's cheaper spears and cheaper skirms because it's discounted on food, right? All right, now, also, Say My Name doesn't know that the militia are coming from Overtaken, and he has no defense. And actually, I think he actually just sent this Vil to go tower the woodline. I guarantee it. He saw this woodline and wanted a tower over here. But now Overtaken sees him. And Overtaken might be a little bit confused as to why there's no barracks here. This could kill more than one Vil. This is really good for Overtaken. What on earth? Such an underreaction here from Say My Name. He has to be careful. Click these villagers faster. Faster, 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 faster. Another Deadville. Could be another. That could be 3. He doesn't commit to it. That is already a very nice lead there. Meanwhile, it begins over here, folks. We're going to have Skirm War. Say My Name. Just rushing with Vills. But Overtaken noticed this and has been adding eagles out of his barracks, which is really nice. I think Say My Name's in a rough spot right now. He's soon going to run out of food underneath his TC, and he still hasn't dealt with this, which could go back to his berries. Ah! Little close to the TC there, Say My Name. Oh my goodness. Okay. Yeah, I think what Overtaken's just done is smart. You just sit here, and you expect him to come have to take his berries at some point. Oh boy. Remember, there's some weak Vills in here for Say My Name. And Overtaken just brings in fresh Vills. Tower has to be deleted. I don't know. So far, I'm really feeling like this is good for Overtaken. He's collected more resources. He has more army on the field. The forward from Say My Name has not done much at all. And look how quickly Overtaken gets farms down. Kills that Vill. And then also has the berries too. Like, there's no shortage of food income for him. He just can't make many eagles until he gets back on a gold. But he has enough right now. Say My Name also had fought this off with Vills. I think you could tell he continued to chase with 1 by mistake. Oh, before the beer was seeping in. But now the beer is seeping in. 2 very different things. Oh, man. Eagle went down. Villager went down. 5 villagers down here for Say My Name. Say My Name has not killed a single unit. And he's coming back for more. He's coming back for more. There are some weak Vills here for Overtaken. Overtaken just adding his own skirms, though. We'll probably go Skirm Eagle from here, and that's going to be another dead Vill. Villager number 6 to go down. Oh, this is painful. Not again, not again, not again. No, Villager number 7. Oh, God. Well, I think we've all been there, right? How many people can relate where, you know, after you've been drinking, you're like a god at, I don't know, whatever pool or whatever game you're playing. You're a freaking god after a certain amount of alcohol. And then after a certain period of time, oh, there is a tower that just went up there. After a certain period of time, or, you know, maybe you've gone a little too far with however many drinks you've had, then you just really start to feel lethargic. 8 villagers lost so far. So far by Say My Name. This is not good. I like the tower. This actually reminds me of him back in the day. Mods, can we delete that one link? Guys, don't click that. I don't even know what that is, but that... Just go ahead and delete that link just in case it is some type of spam or something. Because he's talking about Balmer's Peak. I'm familiar with that, but the link scared me. Oh, that is safe? Oh, okay. It's a webcomic? Oh, I'm stupid. Okay, all right. Sorry. Mods obeyed my command. I didn't know it was a comic site. My bad. Well, what do you do when you're behind? You keep going. You keep pushing. You keep moving. He's bringing more Vills. Say My Name refuses to quit. He's up 2-1. Could easily quit. He's lost 10 Vills now. He's probably going to lose another one over here. We will go to a game 5, most definitely. There should be no way to recover from this right now, if you're Say My Name. I love the fact he continues to fight. That tower is actually a really interesting tower. Overtaken might need to counter tower just to make sure that he doesn't lose this position. But Overtaken actually has an economy that could potentially take him to Castle Age. This is full feudal here for Say My Name. So. Skirm counterattack. You can't kill it. Actually cannot stop these weak skirmishers because you can't make military. You can't afford to make military, but then also his military buildings are forward. Villager number 11 about to go down here. Oh, man. And I don't think we're finished yet. Soon could see villager number 12. And this period, I would say, is really good for Overtaken. This feeling of dominating your opponent again, he hasn't felt this in a while. So I think this is really good building up towards game 5 to make him feel confident again if he started to lose some confidence. Still, Overtaken could build a tower and hasn't done so. And still continues to micro the skirms. I think here is where you need a counter tower. You don't want to lose too much more ground. You could also just delete a couple farms and just not farm there. Oh, he's bringing in more. Trying to kill another Vill, and he's just bringing all this army over to Say My Name's base right now. Say My Name is going to have these forward Vills, and then he's going to have nothing else pretty soon. Because he has no defense. He has gone all in attack. With no regard for human life back at home. Maybe the tower's a little late for Overtaken, so this could get awkward, but he's doing the right thing to send the weak ones into the TC. And you garrison 5, you save the others. Yeah, that's perfect. These Vills are chasing. Overtaken's going to meet up with his skirms. And Say My Name. Just continues to build towers here to hold some type of position. At what point will he resign? This is going to be villager number 12 and villager number 13 dead, most likely. Overtaken's blocking with the skirm, which is sick. Skirm's also going to block again. You never really expect that. That's 13 Vills now. Still trying. Still repairing. Still no defense for the army that will just continue to destroy his eco. Like, if you're making more progress here, I'd say, you know, I get the whole playing on thing. I think this is just the beer. Nice job from Overtaken. He's dealt with this really well. And again, I think he will have considered himself the favorite. I think it's very easy to get frustrated if you feel you're the favorite and start to lose it. It can fluster you. He didn't allow it to fluster him that much. But also, I think the opening was incredibly strong against Say My Name here. It was actually kind of the opposite of the previous game, where Say My Name's opening was the perfect counter. Oh, God. Okay, we have a trap, but who is actually trapped here? Well, the units ran away. That's pro strategy right there. The units ran away. 90 seconds until we see Castle Age here for Overtaken. Overtaken's heavily on stone for a castle. And Overtaken still being extremely patient, killing villager number 15. Probably going to kill villager number 16. And the GG's called. Yeah, 16 is the magic number. I think when you lose 16 Vills and kill 0, that's when you should resign. We go to a game 5. What a fun series here. But this is like really important set, man. There's $2,500 in the qualifier, I believe, too, right? So I think if whoever wins this series at least gets some money. Might be some much needed beer money for Say My Name. I don't know. But fun set. Nice shot from Overtaken. We kind of said it all. Game number 5, I believe, will be on the home map of Say My Name. I'd love for it to be Nomad or something like really crazy, but I think it will be something somewhat standard. Oh, it's going to be Compass. Oh, and I know exactly what Say My Name's going to do on Compass. I could tell you right now, but we're going to wait. We'll wait till we get into the game, all right? Res collected difference was just ridiculous. KD, just ridiculous. That game was not really close there. All right. What better way to start a best of 5? Start game number 5 in a best of 5 than the two players docking right next to each other and sharing the very same fish. We have Say My Name, who apparently drank 10 beers earlier with his Vietnamese pals. He's playing as the Dravidians. And he has then TC'd the north here on Compass. This is a nomad start, if you couldn't already figure that out. The meta, the thing that people typically go for, is they dock right away on the starting island with one vill and then build the TC elsewhere. Right now, Overtaken is using his transport ship to block the fishing ships. Any advantage he can get, he's going to take. He is nerding out with that transport ship, and he will not stop. And he wants to win. And so Japanese Dravidians, both extremely good on this map. Now, this map is great in practice. I will say that like 80% of the games you see on this map kind of suck because it's both players go for these fast builds to win water. The person who wins water tends to win the game. But listen, I've had this theory that the players who are like the games where people were all YOLOing to win water, that they misjudged the strength of land. Now, no one wants to give up, free fish, and fishing ships are insane. I get that. But Say My Name, in multiple games in the first qualifier, and then I believe in his first round as well in this qualifier, I saw those games. And what he does is, or what he did anyways, is he would sneak a villager, go archers, and think about it. Where is Overtaken going to take gold? Out here. Very exposed, right? Where's anyone going to take gold? In the exposed areas. And if it takes you off gold, even if you have fish, you're kind of stuck there. So I believe that is what Say My Name could try and do just because he did that in the past. I have to say as well, actually, for a map where you don't have a scout, those golds are really far away for Overtaken. And it actually seems like they're both going for a water build because you have the dock as one of your Dark Age buildings, the mining camp as one of the others. And, yeah, Overtaken found the gold. And there we go. Yo, Shaggy, thank you for the 32 months with Prime. Feast of Steven, thank you for the 31 months. There goes Say My Name, just passing. He actually found some goats on the shoreline and picked them up in his transport. And he also, if he was paying attention there, will have seen his opponent's CC. But yeah, crazy populations for these two. And the reason they're able to pull this off is because they start with the fishing ships, but they also don't start with the TC. So they can't spend their food right away, right? So they bank up all this food, and by the time the TC's produced, obviously they produce vills, but like they naturally get to the 500 food pretty quickly. Now, Dravidians get plus 200 wood when they make it to the next age here. And that should be really helpful. There's a second dock for Say My Name. And there's a second dock for Overtaken. So far, it is just going to be a lot of ships here. And we have a vill here from Say My Name. Hold on. Hold on. He saw his opponent's dock. Is he going to do what I said? Man, it makes me so happy when I can say these things and they actually happen. But I knew it would happen with Say My Name because it's worked so far and he's an older player. He sticks with what works, right? He doesn't like have that many strategies in his strategy book and he's a messy player. So yeah, he's sneaking the barracks. I love it. I love it. And he's also like, ooh, 2 llamas. Let me go take those. But the risk here is that's 175 wood into the range. Sorry, the barracks. Then 175 wood into the range. And then that's not even counting the gold. So, you are not favored to win water anymore if you are investing like this. I would argue, if you know your opponent's TC is here, that it is worth it if you take them off of gold. We'll see. Now, the other thing is, what do you do? Like, if Overtaken watched the games like I did, what does Overtaken do? And I think a preemptive tower is never a bad thing, but you have to base it on what you see here. And for the time being, he's not seeing anything that indicates his opponent's not just doing what he's doing, which is going water, right? The indicator here would be if you start to win water too easily, then you're like, oh, wait a second. This guy's pretty good. Especially because he doesn't know about the whole beer shenanigans. He's like, this guy's pretty good. This doesn't make sense. Both players using their transport ships to block their fires. The Say My Name is happy to lose his. And there's the range. There's the range. Now, watch the llama find this. I wonder, I mean, that is the legitimate use of the llama here. He might just be scouting for, you know, other resources for later. Now, what's interesting is Say My Name is actually using the threat of his TC fire to protect his ships. And that's why Overtaken won't engage there. Oh, man. The llama's still moving. Say My Name only has one archer because he's still producing on water. I think this is going to be devastating. Also, Say My Name going nomad style, and he used the Vil to scout around. Look at all the cows he found. That's really good for him. He has a demo waiting. Here comes Overtaken, who also has a demo. He's making a move. He's like, this is my moment. This is my moment. This is my moment. Sees the demo, is terrified. Now, we'll Say My Name micro this properly. He doesn't see the demo. That's a huge demo for Overtaken. The ideal demo. An opportunity to push water now. An opportunity to win water, which is what he set out to do. The llama... Was the llama found? I can't tell. Sorry. We'll give you a llama update in a moment. The demos land, and Overtaken is overtaking on water now. This is what he wanted. But we've got fletching on the way for Say My Name. He did this every other game. Did Overtaken watch the Rex? Did he prepare? Does he preemptively tower now? Does he start to outpost? I don't think he knows, guys. I don't think he has any clue. And if Say My Name keeps walking this way and happens to see the mining camp, he will kill all those Vils on gold, and he will consider this worth it. He got fletching. And so, yes, he lost water because... Oh, there's no loom! Man, I'm a big Overtaken fan, I have to say. You know, I guess, you know, my entire existence is... Well, maybe not recently, but I watched too much of this game. But the fact that he didn't know this was coming really hurts him here. He had no loom. Say My Name kills another Vil. And now, here's where it gets interesting, right? Say My Name can just... He can still compete on water if he wishes to. He doesn't have to, but he can. And Overtaken's stuck here. So Loom is in. Now, because you have the fishing ships, and you can still take some wood, you can make skirms if you're Overtaken. Well, he was actually going to drop a tower next to his TC. What a brutal thing to have to do. And then he cancels that thought because Say My Name saw that and canceled the tower. But Say My Name goes, okay, I know about your golds now and you're going to go skirms. And I'm just going to add a stable now. And, yeah, it doesn't look like he's going to try and come back on water. He is actually still fishing with 2 fishing ships, which is really nice. Really passionate about this map and really passionate about the strats that are possible because this is the map that we brought into Wandering Warriors in, like, January of 2022. And I love Say My Name's approach. And he'll see the skirms now. No upgrades on the skirms, though, so the archers can fight back the skirms. And Overtaken does not know that that stable is there. So if he ever advances out too far, this becomes a problem. And another Vil, just because of the pathing, just because of how awkward this eco is, another Vil exposed. Oh, man, Overtaken. I don't know, maybe someone did reach out and say, hey... From the reports we're hearing, your opponent has drank 10 beers. I don't think so, though. I don't think, like if it was my friend, I wouldn't tell him until after the game, you know? And Say My Name Sneakville has changed it all. So crazy. 3 scouts is probably enough to where I'm happy if I'm Say My Name, and then you diversify your eco elsewhere. You have the berries. He had those cows, which are so valuable. He's bringing in a boar. No loom, though. The no loom thing has me worried. Will he have the skill to house trick this? Or somehow de-aggro this? Or does he have the timing down? Deadville. Ends up getting the boar. Was obviously looking over here. scouts and archers now. And now, what do you do if you're overtaken? Look at this eco. This eco is horrible. You add the fish. That's good. But you just can't move. You're stuck. I mean, the transport is actually still around. Where is that thing? Okay, I actually think you should be transporting Vils away. I would think that's maybe a good move. Does feel like Say My Name will be in Castle Age faster despite having no fish. The fish is not that efficient right now for Overtaken. And he's going to make a run for it, actually. He's going to run this way, which is smart. Skirms move out, see the scouts, but always back away towards the TC fire. Dravidians do not get knights. If Dravidians could get knights, I think Overtaken is completely dead. The fact that Dravidians don't get knights, though, does change things for me. Still, though, I would like to see him come back on water. There's not enough ships patrolling on the shoreline here from Overtaken, so... Say My Name is looking... Is he suspicious? I think he's double-checking. He saw that Vil. And he might also see the transport, which might make him think the transport was used. Oh, well, now the transport is... The transport has saved the Vil. Seems to be looking around. And the archers are coming over here as well. You got to bring some navy over here if you're Overtaken. Look at this. They know that the scouts will be around, so they're running as far away as possible. But yes, what I would actually like to see... Maybe it's not worth it. Maybe I'm wrong. But the advantage your opponent has now is fish. So I'd like to see 2 docks like here. And a couple upgraded fire ships go out to try and snipe the fish. Guys, he didn't find the Vils. He looked everywhere. He didn't find the Vils. And now the scouts are out of position to defend the archers. Scouts will be in position in a second. And those skirms probably need to realize this and back away. But they want to kill as much as they can here. These Vils are all the way on the right-hand side. Wow. Well, I don't think Say My Name will ever look there. What a disgusting situation for Overtaken. This has just become such a messy game. Because Say My Name has turned every game into just a blur. Castle Age will be in, and Overtaken's heart is going to sink. He's not going to believe this. Crossbow and Bodcanero is going to be in with the scouts. Now the skirms aren't enough to defend from this. The forward Vil may siege push as well. Yup. Siege workshop. How are you supposed to stop this? Like, he's trying to wall this. He's patrolling this to keep the Vils alive. He found golds. But I don't think you can keep your TC up to get to Castle Age even. All the Vils need to be somewhere else. They cannot be anywhere close to this. The worker efficiency's already been brutal. If a Mangonel shows up, this TC will start to go down. Overtaken has to cancel all Vils and just try and click up. That's his only option. You have to make it to Castle Age before your TC goes down. And you have to hope that with the transport or whatever else, you can keep these Vils alive. Say My Name is very confused because when he checked, he didn't see Vils here. He only saw the one. And he's like, what? He should have more Vils around. He may even be paranoid and start to outpost the north here, thinking Vils went that way. Oh, man. This is full pressure here from Say My Name. I say that, but the Mangonels just now arrived. The scouts are still double-checking. Funnily enough, guys, if he auto-scouted here, he would probably find these walls and know that Overtaken is over here. Overtaken is on the way to Castle Age. The tower needs to be focused down first. And the villager has to come over here to repair the Mangonel so the tower can be attacked. War Galley upgrade from Say My Name, who built a dock down here. He will come back onto water at some point. Overtaken will actually make it to Castle Age. He will lose his market, which is so unbelievably frustrating in these situations, because in messy games, you actually need that to buy resources. Like, he's got so much gold, right? He's going to need to buy stone. He's going to need to buy things here, because he barely has wood right now. transporting over here now. That's so crazy. But it's the right play from him, I think. He's also been repairing the tower a lot. Just trying to keep that TC alive for as long as possible. Say My Name has to be careful here. He's also losing his TC to a fire galley. And now he shows up with the fire galleys here, but there's still a lot of leftover ships from Overtaken. I think what Overtaken will need here is a siege workshop. And maybe it's winnable. Maybe. I mean, I thought it would be like 3 mangonels, but it's just been 1. Fishing ships against no fishing ships. We do have TC number 2 for Say My Name, though. He doesn't have the best food economy, but he does actually have farms. Oh, Sneak Villager went down. Ooh. So now no repairs available for the mangonels. Interesting. And yeah, this has been spotted. Overtaken actually needs a market. Oh, he can't buy food for the War Galley upgrade. Look, I guarantee you, the first thing he's going to do with the wood is build a market. He just pulled vills off of gold to get wood for that reason. He can't even make siege. Oh, he's stuck with no market. Oh. Now the fires hop out because they have the upgrades. Say My Name actually focused on the weak ones first here, which is perfect. So he'll get kills there. Suddenly, there's a whole lot less in the way of Navy for Overtaken. He doesn't have much at all. Where's the market at? Someone give this player the wood. Oh, he needed the mangonel first. Market's going to come up. Maybe a TC even. Like, maybe you just give up on this. Yeah, maybe the market isn't your next natural move. Maybe you go for the TC. It's game 5. You need to try. These vills are going to make a run for it. Maybe to where Say My Name is. Say My Name building TC number 2. Has the farms, guys. He's transitioned so nicely. 10 beers. He was drinking with his Vietnamese comrades. 10 beers before getting here, according to Hope. I may be able to message Say My Name to confirm, but Hope would have no reason to just show up randomly and lie about that. Oh, man. Oh, man. Where are you escaping to, army? Where are you escaping? Where are you going? Oh, no. Oh, it's a disaster for the skirms. It was always going to be a disaster for the skirms. I think he's forgotten about that now. He says, whatever, let them die. Now the fires are on his fish. He can't really defend that. He is Japanese fish, so that's a positive. But they're still going to die pretty fast to upgraded fires like this. And the GG is called, and Say My Name wins it. What in the world? He's got half the speed of Overtaken. I don't think this is because of the beer situation. I think this is just how it's always been. And he wins 3-2. What in the world? What an amazing player. What an amazing series. Honestly, the strategy was good, man. Like, game number 1 showed that if you play a clean game, Overtaken's going to stomp you. So what did he do with his 3 wins? He made it messy. This whole series was fantastic. Now, I'm going to say this as someone, and I'm trying to be more aware of my situation compared to the players than ever, right? But I think Overtaken will be disappointed that he didn't do homework on what Say My Name did on this map. Because I'm going to go right now. Well, maybe not right now. I'll just quickly show this. But take my word for it, and I could show you after. Say My Name did this before on this map. Say My Name is in chat now for me. He's just showed up to my chat. He says, versus ACCM, I am boring. Don't want to win. Say My Name. How many beers did you drink? See if Say My Name listens. How many beers? He says beer only. Okay, beer, yes. Hope told me you drank beer. Like 8 to 10. Okay, it's confirmed. It's confirmed. Okay. Oh, I love that guy. Brought in so many resources, played so well. I'm guessing that Say My Name lost to ACCM, so they were drinking, but they were playing a tourney there too, from what Say My Name and Hope have now told me. So I'll ask ACCM about that. But anyways, that was great. But just to show you, like, no, I can't really talk because I'm not as good as these guys, right? But if I'm going to play someone in a tourney, I always go and see what they did in the previous rounds. Now, in this qualifier, Say My Name didn't play the first round. He got an admin win. But in the first qualifier, I know he played, and I know he went for Archer Sneak on Compass. Let's just see. Compass. Where did he play in the first qualifier? And so I guess like what I'm driving at here is I feel like if he looked at that, then maybe he could have expected it. Not even having Loom is really painful there. So look at this, right? This was one of the games. He went Portuguese and he went Archer Sneak. I'm not going to show you the game right now. What about here? He went Persians, and I wonder if he went Archer Sneak. I bet you he did. And I think it's really strong, and I just don't think his opponent was prepared. And that maybe ended up being the difference. Because I think if you win water, know that it probably means a sneak from your opponent and build a tower and just be more prepared. Maybe that situation ends up being a bit differently. So